Hello everybody and welcome to my coloring corner. Today is Sunday and it is time for Sunday afternoon chat, and I did not close my door, so I'm going to get up and do that just so our household noises don't cause too much issues and so people don't hear me hacking to death and come running in thinking I'm dying. Um, as you know, we are working on this page from the the Witch's book from, I can't even say it. This is a book that is available in Amazon. She has a huge set of different books like this, and they're all absolutely adorable. I did finish up on this witch, and I did the stars just because I was bored. Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit better. As long as I keep taking the cough medicine. The only thing about taking the cough medicine is it hides the fever. So I don't know if the fever's actually gone or if it's mechanically gone. So, but in order for me to have some sort of voice and not hack my head off, I've been taking it and behaving myself. Hello, Noel. Hello, Dawn. Hello, Calamity. Hello, Sue. Hello, Alex. Hello, Angela. Hello, everybody. Now, again, like I said, as long as I don't talk too much, I'm not going to cough too much, so I will try to keep my talking to a minimum. Yeah, right. Hopefully, I will feel better enough tomorrow to go to work. I'm going to zoom you in a little bit so that we can see what we're doing. I'm going to start on her skin tones. No, unfortunately, I've got COVID, so I wish it was a bad cold. I am at the the point of bad cold, but oh, sorry. If it gets too much, and I will call it. But for now, we're just gonna do our best and try not to talk too much, I guess. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Oh, I did not notice that line yesterday. Wonder if that's something new. Got an ink line through the page there, so I didn't notice it until I was just trying to color it. So we're starting off with the beaster. We're just going to ignore the line. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that your mom's friend passed away. It's always sad for people, especially people close to the one that passed. I know it can be really difficult. Now we're working into the light sienna. And I'm going to sit here and try not to sneeze. Oh my goodness. Midnight. That's about when I first took the shot of NyQuil so I could go to sleep. Because the cough was keeping me so awake I could not sleep. I was trying, but I kept on coughing and coughing and coughing. So in order not to cough a whole bunch today and completely wreck my throat, I've been taking my cough medicine. I don't like taking medicine because it hides symptoms. And with things like COVID, I also noticed last night that I've lost my sense of smell, which I was hoping not to lose. But I made that ginger tea that Angela suggested. And because I had no sense of smell, I could not smell it burning on the stove. And actually burnt it to the pot really bad. Bob could smell it. But I couldn't smell it burning. And I was sitting like 4 feet away, 10 feet away from it. It was in my kitchen and I was sitting on my couch and I did not notice that it was burning. Oh, I don't use NyQuil unless I have to sleep. Um, During the day I use Buckley's to keep the cough back. But the NyQuil, I find it helps me sleep. Knocks me out. Oh, for coughing, yeah. No, it was more so that I could go to sleep. Bob said I was still coughing, but it didn't wake me up. So, but for the cough itself, I take Buckley's. I've got to buy some more. I think I've used up that bottle now. Yep. Yeah, I like the Buckley's because it doesn't have sugar in it, and it helps the throat. Doesn't have sugar and doesn't have alcohol. The NyQuil does horrible things to my stomach. No, it's a Canadian cough syrup. I have to buy it off Amazon. Can't buy it in the stores here. I have to buy it off of Amazon Canada. I haven't bought it since the tariffs went in, so I don't know if they'll even ship it anymore. Might have to get my mom to send me some. Yeah, Buckley's motto is we taste like SHIT, but it works. And it's true. It is not the best tasting thing ever, but it does work. So I know a lot of people in Canada refuse to take it, but I grew up on it. Hold on one sec. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Uh, the one thing about coughing really hard is it makes my eyes water. Hold on. Oh, there, that's better. Sorry about that. I was hoping that it would clear up enough that my voice will be okay for tomorrow. We'll see how that goes. That, and I'm going to have to wear a mask to work, and I'm not good with masks. They fog up my glasses, and then I can't see, and then I can't breathe, and then I go into panic mode. Okay, now we want this. And then we're going to take a little bit of this. Yes, I know sleeping is very good for you, except for when you sleep for so long that your body just can't be in bed anymore. It definitely does not help. Now we're going to use Rainforest on the outer part of the eye. And then we're going to take our black. Like that. Okay, there's her skin. Now we're going to do her hair. And we're going to start with this one. Alright, now we're going in with the brown ochre. As our base color. Hello, Callie. Welcome, welcome. Okay. Hello, Robin. Welcome. Good to see everybody. And then we're going to use a little bit of warm earth. Is it warm there again? I know it was warm there yesterday. That's a little warm. Indian summer. Alright. And then we're going to use a little bit of chocolate. Yeah, where my son lives, which is closer to the mountains, it gets cooler. Yeah, I'm not fond of roller coasters myself. And roller coasters in the weather is just not something I enjoy either, so it always makes me feel yucky. So tired. Like today it was pouring with rain, now it's sunny. Alright, now we're going back with the brown ochre. I did make some progress on the scarecrow the other day until coughing and wheezing and sleeping had to come in play. If you guys want to see it, I can show it to you at the end of stream. It is definitely not finished, but I did do some work on it. Alright, now Ayana. Alright, now for our pumpkin fella. Yes, I've tested positive for COVID on Tuesday. So I have been sick all week. Alright, now I'm using apricot. Nobody saw that. Yeah. I finally woke up without a fever, but like I said, I took medication and I don't know if it was actually me not having a fever when I got up this morning or if it was the medication keeping it down. but I haven't felt too feverish today. Excuse me. Sorry. Now we're using autumn leaf. No, unfortunately, I didn't get exposed to it when we took the big trip. It was when I went to the convention in Portland. The big trip didn't actually get have me come in contact with it at all. The little trip, however, it just seems every time I get exposed to people, they expose me. It's fine. I had fun anyway. And I was with my husband, so that always makes it worth it. At least this one isn't, got me buried under my bed for a month. Alright, and then the last one. Hello, Alex. I don't remember if I said hello. Yeah, with my immune system being compromised the way it is, I get things very, very easily and they stick around for a long time. So, unfortunately, and this one is rust. going to go back over it with the apricot. Are you going as Cruella de Vil? I would. Yeah, I was going to say I didn't notice any @ signs in front of anybody's name, so Alex told me about it, but I was thinking maybe it was just a phone thing or because I don't notice it on the computer at all. All right. Then we're going to take our black. Nice. Because the light's not on this one. Oh, okay. I wonder what's causing that. Did Steve say anything about why it was doing that? Does he know? Okay. And then our leaf. Good morning, Catherine. I have a sip. Oh, nice. carve pumpkins anymore. I let Bob print them. Always turns out way better than my carving. He doesn't know. Okay. What do you do with them after Halloween? Are they sugar pumpkins or are they regular pumpkins? Oh no. I'm sorry, Catherine. So the sugar pumpkins, yeah. So if they're the small ones, after you finish with them for Halloween, you can gut them, peel them, and boil them down and make pumpkin pie with them for Thanksgiving. There's sugar ones, but there's also ornamental ones, which are a little bit smaller and have bumpies. Yeah, that's what we used to do with them. We didn't have to go far for that, though. We just put them out in the backyard. If the deer didn't take off with them in the middle of the night, the raccoons did. Alright, so that's done there. I'm going to dust that off. And now I need the colors for the stalk. Yeah, the greens are really pretty in this. Yep. Kip, just put them outside and somebody will come get them. So I started off with green shadow. Then I went in with crag green. Now I'm going in with the pale cedar. Thank you. Hi, Lori. That's a long time to wait. I was really surprised on how quickly mine came. Alright, now for our little witchy outfit. I'm going to start with her hat. And we're going to start with this one. Wow. So I'm starting with granite. In a very thin layer. And then we're going to come in with this one. Use ivory black. Well, I hope they haven't messed up everybody's order. I was very happy with the way it went with Cult Pens. It was ordered and shipped pretty quick. Yep, it's all Shannon's fault. Yeah, since the first set was so small, I didn't mind having those duplications because it's only 24 pencils. I don't like it when they start changing things on people though. That's not fair. Yeah, I really wanted the new colors because I had the original drawing, but I didn't use them very much because I had to mix things with them to get the colors I wanted. But they were so great doing those very mute pages. They work fantastic for that. And then we're going to take this one, which is the Midnight Black. Hi, Emily. Yeah, Dawn, she was here yesterday. She's doing good. That's good, Emily. Alright, now I'm going to come back again with the black. So again with the ivory. bit more with the gray. And we'll take the and again I'm using the burnisher, not the blender. Like so. Okay. Alright, now we're going to do her dress green. So we're going to do this ribbon up here green. So we're going to start off with the fresh green. Then we're going to come in with the moss green. Thank you. I like the greens in here. Now we tested some of the new colors on this side with the purples. On this side we're going to test some of those pinks. Now I know there's not a whole lot of the pinks in here, but there's enough to make a good color combination, which is what we're going to try to do. I'm using the greens, the purples, the pinks, that sort of thing, because these are colors that were not in the original set. We're going to go back over it with the bright green again. So, all right, now for her dress. We might actually get the coloring done on this today. I apologize for the mouth breathing, but for some reason my nose is not letting me breathe. Alright, so there's the starting colors, and now we're going to use the moss green. Need to get the laundry finished. Figure out what to do for dinner. Okay, and down here. Yeah, that would work for me. I don't know about my husband though. That and I'm not supposed to eat cottage cheese anymore. I miss cottage cheese. Well, that sounds good. Now, Alex, if you had lived closer still, that would be an option. Just go to your house. Send the boys down to your house. I thought I had some ribs in the freezer. I was going to make them yesterday, but it seems that I've already cooked them. It seems I need to go grocery shopping again. Which I cannot do until I'm completely over COVID. I don't even like the idea of going into work when I still feel yucky. But their choice, not mine. Probably won't stay long. Go in and see what they have to say, and they will probably send me home. Little pink slip that says you don't work here anymore. Okay. Alright, now for the rainforest. Oh, I've got lots of them. Bob's been testing every day. Once you test positive, there's no point in testing again. You can still come up positive for almost a week and a half after your symptoms are gone. The CDC does not require that you test negative to go back to work, What they require is that you mask up, keep your social distancing, and that's about it. They've decided that as long as you don't have a fever for more than 24 hours, then the contagion part of it's done, and you can go back to work. Oh yeah, they've changed that too. If the company has a policy, an attendance policy, they can follow their attendance policy. And mine does. I'm not too concerned about it. If they do, they do. It's alright. Unfortunately, with my immune system, I get sick very easily, which can cause issues with the attendance policies in companies. So I understood that when I started working. Well done, Yana. I haven't finished anything. I'm horrible. Yep. Yep. It's an at-will state. They can fire you for everything and anything. As long as it's in the company rules. Yes, there's lots of leaves in our autumn books. Just going to come back through with that moss green and blend that in to the dark green there. It's not a big deal. Like I said, it is what it is. Sorry. Hold on. Oh, sorry about that. Now I've got a tickle and it won't go away. Hello, Marilyn. I'm feeling a little bit better. I can talk a little bit better, but I've got this horrible tickle that's constantly making me gag. But other than that, yeah, it's all good. I'll feel like crap in, half an hour when I get off stream, because my throat will be dry and scratchy and I'll start hacking. But it's okay. This too shall pass. And there we have her dress. Alright, now for her shoes, we're going to go back to the blacks. So we're starting off with the gray. So this again is granite. Then we'll pull out the pinks and we'll do her apron and her sleeves and her collar. And we need this one. And then midnight. And then back to the black. So this is the ivory black. Then back to the gray. There we have her shoes. Alright, now for the rest of the dress, we're going to start with these three. So we're going to start with the soft violet. Welcome back, Sue. Alright, and then we're going to use Ash Rose. Yes, it is very nice having some pinks in the drawing set. And some yellows, like bright yellows. Actually, all the colors that they've added were definitely colors that I feel were a necessary add to this set to make it a complete set, a standalone set. Not just a complete set, but a standalone set where it can color an entire page with just the drawing. Take care, Dawn. Is Dawn leaving? I don't know. I don't know. All right, and then we're going to use Heather. All right, Calamity, you be safe out there. I'm almost done with what I'm going to do today. All right, dust that off. And then we're going to take our soft violet to put this up under here. think I want a little bit of a little tiny bit of burnt rose. And then I'm going to call it a day. I know it's about half an hour short of my normal streams, but my throat's starting to get sore. Alright, gonna zoom you back out. And there we have our little witches so far. So all I've really got to do in this for the coloring is finish up the leaves and do the moon, and then we've got to figure out what to do on the background. But as for the Derwent Drawing 72 color set, I really enjoy the new colors that they've added. I think that those added colors are definitely necessary for this set to be a standalone set, something that you can use to color even on Amazon paper, um, and get the full coloring of a page without having to use um, other products on the page. So I think that they have done themselves proud with adding these new colors to the set. I think it was, like I said, definitely necessary, and I'm glad that they did it. I will be doing a proper review of them with testing and swatching and all that fun stuff at a later time. I haven't been able to do it because, yeah, COVID got me. Yeah, it was the one prize at the convention I did not want to win, but seems that I was first in line. So um, once I'm feeling better, I will do the full proper review. The swatch chart for these pencils is available on my Ko-fi shop. The link is below the video. So if you like the way that I have them lined up, and you like the swatch chart, of course you can purchase that directly off of Ko-fi. Alright guys, and if you are a Patreon user, it is on my Patreon for this month's swatch of the month as well. yeah, I'm going to go drink some tea and I'm going to fold some laundry and get things taken care of for tomorrow. And hopefully, calm down my anxiety because I'm kind of having a little bit of a panic attack about it. But it's okay. I will be fine. All right, guys. Until next time, always remember to relax, color, and stay safe. And always, never forget to always remember to like, comment, and subscribe to any YouTube artist that you enjoy. Until next time, bye bye for now.